right, let's do this thing, huh? Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute, but honestly, it feels great to be in front of the camera again. Work and life has just been crazy lately, and we're definitely gonna dive into that a little bit more in this video. First things first, that orange cream. If you know, you know. So good. I figured what better way to kind of catch up with you guys than to do a little Q&A or an Ask Me Anything. So I went over to Instagram and Twitter and asked for you guys to send me in some questions, and you guys came through. I got a ton of questions, and there's some really good ones. So I think you guys are gonna learn a lot about me and kind of what's been going on the last couple months. And Q&As are always some of my favorite videos to make. And if you guys are interested in keeping up with me on a daily basis, make sure you follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. Honestly, I'm posting on those every single day. I'm honestly pretty proud about the content I'm putting out on a daily basis. But enough chit chat, let's just dive into some of these questions right off the bat. All right, so first one's coming in hot. How do I stop giving a about what people think of me and my creative work? So I would say for pretty much anything in the creative field, just the more reps you put in and put out is really what kind of just makes you numb to that stuff. I definitely remember when I first started putting out my own content, I was really nervous about it or was kind of afraid what people or friends would think of me. But just the more you do it and the better your work gets as well, you just kind of stop caring about it. So just keep putting out work, keep getting better along the way. And I promise you, you won't really even think about it anymore. Best picture profiles to shoot outside with the Sony cameras. I shoot everything in S-Log 3. You guys can actually pick up the exact preset I use for seriously all my videos, link down in the description if you want. Favorite colorway of your favorite shoe? Honestly, the Dunk Lows right now are my favorite shoe that I have, and it's definitely the shoe of the summer in my opinion. But I just picked these up. These are the Halloween Dunk Lows. So right now I would say these are currently my favorite shoe, and I am a sucker for a glow bottom shoes. So yeah, super stoked with these. These are probably my favorite shoe right now. Also, you'll probably see an Instagram reel about these here shortly, or maybe before this YouTube video drops. How do you feel about your position right now in life? This could be a pretty deep question if we want, but honestly, overall, I'm pretty happy. There's always gonna be some things that are bothering me or some things that aren't perfect, you know, like moving to a different city. There's a lot of good things that come with that, but also, you know, moving away from loved ones and things like that isn't always the easiest. But if we're looking at the positives here, obviously I live in a nice place here in Chicago. It's honestly a dream apartment of mine. I have a dream job that I've wanted for seriously years now, which we'll definitely talk about that probably in some other questions. And I never really believed in the word manifestation before, but honestly, a lot of these things going on in my current life are things that I've thought about or kind of had the vision for seriously years now. So overall, I feel really grateful. I know, you know, I'm in a pretty good position, but that's just continuing to drive me to want to, you know, keep doing better and keep growing as an individual. I have so many shoe questions. I love it. And also I feel like I want to say something about that because I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, I was a little afraid, or I guess I just maybe didn't put too much my own personality into it, and now I just truly don't care, and I want to just talk about things that I'm personally passionate about, which I definitely have been doing a lot over on Instagram, and I'm really proud of that. But I just love including things into my content these days, like sneakers, because it's a big part of my life. There's also a point in my life where I couldn't really afford a lot of shoes, so now that I'm in the position to be able to get some things that I like, it's cool, and I'm proud of it. But one style and color of shoes you could wear for the rest of your life, that's it. It would have to be a Jordan 1. And honestly, just the Jordan 1 Travis Scott's. Actually, I'll grab them. These right here are my favorite shoe that has literally ever been made. And if I had to wear these every single day the rest of my life, as long as maybe I get a fresh pair once I get worn in a bit, I would be totally happy. Best shoe ever. Little orange cream break. All right, next question. Always have clean outfits with dope sneakers. Do a video. Where do you get your clothes from? So really, I get most of my clothes from the same places. Like literally 75% of my closet right now is Anaka for shirts and shorts. Obviously, Ghost Lifestyle has a lot of clothing and apparel as well. Then outside of that, it's really like Express, Abercrombie. I just recently picked up a few things from Kith, and that pretty much sums up every single thing I wear in my entire closet. How do you come up with your shorts/reels ideas? So honestly, I watch a lot of content, and I try to watch content that isn't just in my specific niche. So I like cooking videos or fitness videos, whatever it is, right? And I kind of watch those things and see how I can apply that concept to my own kind of niche. A good example of that is I've been doing the Things I'm Obsessed With series, which now I'm seeing a lot of other people do that, which is dope. I actually originally saw someone do that was a female in the fitness space. I think they were talking about like what's in their gym bag, maybe something like that. And so I just kind of applied that to my own stuff, and that's how I make most of my content, honestly. And I should say, getting inspired by someone and directly ripping someone off are two very different things. If you're going to rip someone off, I suggest giving them credit. Otherwise, it leaves a little bit of a sour taste in people's mouth. Just my 2 cents. What video are you most proud of? So actually the first one that comes to mind, at least if we're talking like my own YouTube videos, last year I did a video for the brand new MacBook Pros. I knew it was gonna be a big launch. It was something that I was super, super passionate about and excited about. And I've kind of cleared like 3 days of my entire week. I took off work and everything, and I knew I was going to film a day in the life using this thing, and I'm beyond thrilled with how the video turned out. I edited it, got it out like extremely quick the next day, and it like took off. I think it got like 20K plus in the first day, and then it kind of died off because, you know, that's just what YouTube does. But I'm just really proud of that one because I feel like I had it planned out. I had a vision of how I thought it was gonna look and how it was going to perform, and kind of did just that. So overall, that's one that kind of sticks out, and yeah. But honestly, other than that, I would say I've really been enjoying doing some of these vlogs. I think my last video I did was like the productive day in my life. And that was really cool too. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys want to see more videos like that in the future. All right, so I've gotten an overwhelming amount of questions about working for Ghost. How is it? How did I get here? Things like that. So I'll kind of just sum up all these questions into one. So a couple months ago, I actually dropped a video talking about how I got my dream job. I'll have it linked up here. I definitely encourage you to check that out. I'll try to sum this up quickly. Working for Ghost has always been a dream job of mine. It's been that case for I think 3 or 4 years now. And we're coming up on about 3 months being into it already, which is kind of crazy to even think about. But so far, I absolutely love it. It's definitely a challenging job with lots of hours, but I've never gotten this much fulfillment out of my creative work before. I feel like my personal vision is almost identically aligned with Ghost's. It's just really cool. I'm genuinely excited about the things I'm working on, the people I get to work with, the people I'm shooting with, the products. I mean, I could seriously go on and on about it, but I'm very, very grateful to be here. And I know a lot of my personal content, I'm talking about Ghost because I'm just openly talking about my work these days because I'm just that excited about it. So all the support, all the comments, all the DMs, things like that, it doesn't go unnoticed. And it's really cool because I feel like it was just kind of a perfect situation for me to be in because it just makes total sense for me, my lifestyle, and the stuff that I like creating. How and when did you get started in the creative field? So actually, if you want to go way back, I just started making videos with my friends back in high school, just for fun. Then fast forward, I went to art school for college. I actually went for graphic design. I was still just making videos for fun on the side. And then one day it just kind of clicked like, oh, I can make, you know, content, photos and videos for a living instead. And that was, I think, in 2011. So graduated college in 2014, and I have been in the professional field ever since. So yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit old these days, but honestly, I feel like I'm just kind of catching my stride because I don't think I've ever put out any better work before or ever been this excited about the work that I'm creating as well. So yeah. Has anything in your EDC changed since you moved to Chicago? Yeah, basically my entire EDC, a lot of things, my travel stuff, my EDC, pretty much everything has changed. So definitely be on the lookout for some more videos about that coming soon because I love those types of videos. First thing that comes to mind, and they're actually right here, are these phase beats. They are absolutely so sick. I picked these up at the Phase pop-up in LA actually last weekend, which Ghost is partnered with Phase now, which is that's mind-blowing. But yeah, the last week these have joined my EDC, and these honestly look amazing, but they sound great too, and they're perfect for flying. So I obviously have a lot of tech, a lot of different headphones. AirPods are my jam, but these are a nice pickup. All right, so the man Big E asked, what are your long-form YouTube goals for 2022? Honestly, I would just like to get back on a consistent schedule. Obviously, moving across the country, starting a new job, trying to put together a new apartment, all that kind of stuff was just pretty taxing, and I only have so much bandwidth. But now that I'm kind of in the groove of things, I'm kind of back on it. I want to definitely make YouTube still a priority for me. So I would like to get out at least a couple high quality videos a month and continue to kind of grow this thing because actually we're coming up on 19K subs. So I want that 20K, but yeah, I'm less concerned about the actual number goals, and I'm more concerned about just getting out a consistent schedule moving forward. So that's kind of the goal of mine. Ooh, this is actually a great question. Do you think it's better to keep your personal work and client work separate when posting on social media? I think it kind of depends on what your goals are. If you know you're using your social media as a portfolio to bring on more work, like maybe you're a freelancer, things like that, obviously you should post your client work because that's how you're gonna get more traction, more opportunities, more jobs, things like that. So previously at my last job, I didn't really post too much about my professional content. Not because I didn't want to, but honestly, it just didn't perfectly align with my personal brand that I'm trying to grow. But now these days, obviously I'm posting a lot about Ghost and a lot of my stuff that I'm doing, because again, to kind of go back to a previous question, Ghost and my personal vision and branding style, all that kind of stuff is pretty damn similar. And also it's just kind of great because I'm proud of my work and I want to show it. So it kind of depends on your situation, feel it out and figure out what makes most sense for you and your goals. Most important / influential tattoo you have. That's a pretty deep one, so I'll save that for another video. So I actually throw a photo of the one that I got just this past week up on the screen. I got the words "tough days" tattooed on me. You might be wondering what that means. Just something I've been saying is that there's no bad days, there's only tough days. So I'm just trying to kind of have the right mindset about everything. We all go through things, we all have days that are tougher than others, but there's still a lot to be grateful for, so that's just what I've been saying. There's no bad days, there's just tough days. Advice for someone who can't afford gear at the moment but wants to start photography. Honestly, whatever you're asking this question on right now, it's probably a phone, maybe an iPhone. I would just start with that. Honestly, I shoot a lot of my Instagram content, or especially Instagram story content, with my iPhone. With a little bit of love in Lightroom, honestly, I have some of my favorite photos I've taken with just my phone, so I would just start there. What inspired you to pursue your current career? Honestly, I was kind of in a weird stage of my life around, I want to say 2015 or so. I guess I was still in this field, but I was kind of just at a crossroads where I kind of had to make a decision on if I wanted my life to kind of continue down that path, or if I really wanted to kind of chase my own dreams. And luckily for myself, I picked the route of trying to chase my dreams, and that's the route I'm down these days, and I could not have been happier with that. All right, to round this off, I'll just try to answer a couple real quick. Favorite Ghost Energy flavor? Has to be orange cream. What ND filter do I use when filming? It is the Peter McKinnon Variable ND Polar Pro, the 2-to-5. It's the best one in my opinion. Best tips for Instagram Reels? Just keep making them until the algorithm starts to like you. How do you incorporate balance into your life, preventing burnouts and maximizing creativity? You gotta switch up what you're doing. You can't always be doing the same thing. Personally for myself, going to the gym, getting in a workout, maybe just even going to dinner with friends or doing something totally away from camera and tech usually honestly helps me out the most. You need to be able to recharge your creative batteries somehow, and for everybody it's gonna be different. So you just kind of gotta do some trial and error until you figure it out. Age? I'm 30 years old. What's the most versatile shoe you own that you could wear for any occasion? Honestly, the most versatile shoe, hands down, is the Nike Dunk Low Pandas. They go with every single thing. All right, so I feel like this is actually a great question kind of in this video on, have you stopped to reflect on how much you've grown this last year? It's crazy. I really like this question, and it's cool because I feel like I actually have. Recently, I was talking with a really good friend of mine, Big Rob Energy, which actually he just hit 100K on YouTube, so congrats, dude. But you know, I feel like sometimes in the creative field, or especially if you start down this personal brand or personal content creator space, right? Whether you're trying to grow on TikTok or YouTube, Instagram, whatever, there's a lot of days and a lot of weeks, weekends, late nights, early mornings, where you're kind of just working in a silo. You have to kind of believe in yourself. You have to tell yourself that it's gonna be worth it. All these videos that flop or things that don't do well are going to be worth it at some point. I'm not saying I haven't had people in my corner or people support me, I definitely have, but there's always gonna be those doubts, and there's definitely gonna be just the own doubts in your mind kind of creep in. And I feel like myself 2 or 3 years ago, I really kind of committed to dig in and see what I could make out of all this. But a few days ago when I was talking to Rob just kind of about this, he actually brought it up, it's crazy because my current situation that I'm in right now, my work environment, the people I'm shooting with, the type of work I'm doing, I guess even just this lifestyle, is exactly what I talked about, what I wanted or what my dream was a year ago. So to jump that far in just that short amount of time, and it's more than just a career-wise. I think it's personal growth. I think it's a lot with my mindset. I think it's me as a person. I think it's a lot with just my maturity. I would say myself on pretty much every front has grown a lot over this past year. I see it and I know the type of work that I put into it. But what's even cooler to me is that, you know, my close friends, loved ones see that, but then also people that, you know, I haven't met in person before. They've kind of just followed my journey online and they see the growth and they are stoked on it. That is a really cool feeling, and it's kind of hard to explain. Just very grateful. And I'm just more and more excited for the future as well. I feel like that was a really good question to kind of set the tone for this video. But guys, that is gonna be it for me in today's video. I just want to say thank you guys for all the continued support on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, honestly everywhere. And definitely make sure you guys are following me over on Instagram and Twitter. Like I said, if you want to be involved in any future Q&As or just to stay up to date with me on kind of a daily basis. I've been trying to do an Instagram Q&A about once a week as well, so you can always kind of get involved with that. But guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video right here. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, will you please drop this video a thumbs up? It really helps me out. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next video very, very soon. Peace, guys.